हो सगळ्या रिजनरेटिव्हला केलंय. YouTube वर बघ. लाईव्ह दिसते. Right. Can he see? Can he also see the audience?
So it's going to video.
The camera.
The camera is speaking.
The camera will.
Well, the camera is going to follow people that are speaking. It's not going to show. So I hope Dr. is everything fine. Okay, because we are learning.
हे सगळं छान होणार आहे असं दिसतं. हे बघा यांच्याकडे हा असा कॅमेरा आहे, सगळं रोटेट होतो इकडून तिकडे 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 रोटेट होणार आहे. त्यामुळे ते मला म्हणले फोनवर करण्यापेक्षा मी याच्यावर करतो. आणि हे डॉमिनिक आहेत आणि डॉमिनिक आपल्याला मदत करतात आणि ही जवळ टेक्स्ट. आता सगळं यांच्याकडनं होईल म्हणजे मला आता काम नाहीये. पण can you show him that? फक्त he's seeing only the video. So he is already in there. So he wants to see the camera. If he can see the audience.
You don't want me to share the screen?
No. He wants to see the whatever he is.
The only way I can think of. Anyway, because that camera, the way to control it here, and I can give you an option. It's small. 360 view.
Yeah, in the small window.
So that should show you now, like at the top, there's like a 360. That's not. So this is that 360 view where you can see.
This one?
Is that, can you see it now?
What is this one? 360 degree. This one? हो आणि हे लाईव्ह पण आहे. लाईव्ह दिसतंय ना. Much money. No, okay. I don't know.
Thinking that you're going to have to, if you want to share this, and if you want to see this down here, there's like another option for you guys to see the video instead of just the or sharing.
Yes. So the people in India, they want to see everything.
So if that's the case, in order for them to do that, they would have to have another view open to see, or else you can share the screen, and that's what is going to take the next one.
Share the screen and they will see.
So I can share the screen, but then they'll see power. But if they want to see the people, there's going to be so that's going to be another view. Once they get in, they're going to have to go into YouTube and change it so that they can see the people like a person talking down here,
Mhm.
and then,
Yeah.
yeah, so like it's not an art. They would have
ते
to.
काय म्हणणं कळतंय ना की तुम्हाला आता सगळं हे त्यांनी इकडे सगळं लावलेलं आहे कळतं तुला ऐकतं? आपल्या लोकांना सगळं बघण्यासाठी तुमचं तुम्ही तिकडे सगळा हा व्ह्यू दिसला पाहिजे दिसेल. ओके.
तुमच्या मोबाईल वरती दिसते का ते?
ओके.
Cause like, yeah, like, see how that kind of comes up like that? So there's like a little cutout like when you share the screen that they can have, so they can see what's on video. But I think that's within their view, they changed it. Yeah.
Can you give me your Wi-Fi?
So there's the only one that you can connect to is the guest. So it's the MSU. Because in order to get the other ones, you would have to have an ID, which
But that's
you don't
okay.
have. But yeah, you should be able to use that. Yeah.
Yeah. That never happened. That never happened to me.
I think you can do that.
I think these guys no. You know, I did not bring the label. Not what they do.
Let me share this screen. Let's see. Let's see.
That's what
The one thing
this is what you're viewing. See that? Is that what you're
people.
Oops.
Now that you're logged in. There's a speaker on there too.
But not tonight, but
It's involved and all that stuff. Eyes that make it look like it's me.
Yeah, that's what.
Even says right here.
These people.
Yeah, what do
I don't know.
you need a
Out there. So let's grab.
How is it connected?
USB. How is it? Oh, there's a USB connected to the computer.
Well, the way you
What is that on there? All right.
I think might actually get started.
You can love it.
Very good. Very done.
Things are moving forward. Anyway, it goes in.
So we had an interesting return for retirement games. Retirement games. We are like 4 or 5 days. And we, before we took out just closed front doors, he walked up and piece of money. Captain came on and said, "Oh, we have a problem. When did you meet her?" We had an hour and a half last between before. It's gonna be 8 o'clock and then flight was at 9:20. Flight was canceled. People
Everybody please grab the lunch, yeah, and bring the food inside, yeah. Yes, yes. Everybody.
That's not very much.
That Professor, right? Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm very good. Yeah, sure. Please have some food first. Oh, thank you. We will talk more later. Check and get some food, huh? Maybe that's tomorrow. That's the food here. Check the screen. What are you saying that you don't need to do this for me? It's done through already. No, it's anyway, sorry. Yeah, thank you. How are you? Long time. Bringing a lot of people. Yeah. We are the usually do at least 3 months. Oh, yeah. What was the place in? I wasn't sure. At least 500 bucks. I'd love to hear this. Hey, there's a problem. Get some food. Yeah. love onions.
Gonna join the next one too, and go to dinner too, and do some work in between.
Yeah. We had the mostly protection. What are you doing? Campaign.
If you have not signed this paper, please sign it.
Yeah. That's a good question. I didn't hide it.
New York City, another week or two.
Yeah. Really goes that plan there. Oh, yeah. Very nice to meet you.
Big changes to the budget. Are you in the department? Who's your major? Okay.
Used to be.
Yeah. It seems like overall. Thank you for coming. Yes, sure.
I'm more into agriculture.
Oh. You're broken. May I do that? Did you? No.
Yeah, I will be. Main course, mayor. I've been. But she's half of our business. I mean, like, as long as she's there. Yeah. Oh, Bible. I have this, we're packing. Was it you?
That's yours.
Thanks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Always try.
Okay.
We have 5 more minutes for lunch, but please, yeah, there's no food outside. We'll try. Uh, Maybe we get started, so we have more time for discussion. Is that okay, everybody? Started 12. Okay, everyone, good morning. Still it's not noon yet, yeah, so it's still in the morning. My name is Saguna. I'm going to be from the Agricultural National Yes, the state. Our college, founding college of this university, engaged in programs. Currently, our college is working with 88 countries, all over the country, quite diverse. International program is the flagship of our activities and so on. All over the world. Today is a special day here at Michigan State University. We are celebrating what we call ecologically sound agriculture day here. This event was established about 2 years ago by Johannes and Mrs. Anne Bird Family Foundation to continue the legacy of Dr. George Bird's vision of ecologically sound sustainable agriculture. The bird is here with us in the room here. Here to the celebration. Very important day here. So we want to welcome you to this event. So as a part of this celebration today, we have special guests here with us. And we have with us Mr. Shekhar Bajwan, Mr. Shekhar, and his wife, which is Anuradha, there from Saguna Rural Foundation and Saguna Sustainability Solutions based in Maharashtra state of India. If you've been to India, if you've been to Mumbai, Mumbai is in the state of Maharashtra. And, you know, I was writing down these notes and I said, how do I describe Mr. Shekhar? Not easy. So, first and foremost, he said he's a farmer. Happy farmer, yeah, by the way. He's a happy farmer. Maybe he'll tell us why he's happy. He's happy to go around the world as farmers. So he's a happy farmer. He's an innovator. He's an entrepreneur. And he's going to share with us his long-standing rich experience of more than 45 years working on ecologically sound farming systems in India. Mr. Shekhar came to the United States in 1970, long time ago. Some of you may not be born then. And he didn't come to Michigan State. He went to California Yale for his master's degree. And he graduated in 1972. And then he said he wanted to get some experience. And then he worked for about 4 years in California. All of us know about Pringles, right? Those Danish chips, Pringles. That work on those Pringles that we eat today started at that time, and he was with the company that was working on that. And now we are enjoying all those fruits. And then in 1976 or so, he got a letter from his father saying that he should come back to India. And he respected that, you know, Mr. Joseph. So he went back. And for the past 48 years, since then, he's been working on ecologically sound agriculture system there, which he is going to share. Mr. Shekhar has received numerous awards, yeah, state level awards in Maharashtra, in India, and international, and so on. And his work has been respected, recognized. He shared a copy of his book that they published, which I think is electronically also available. And yes, you can share a copy. We're going to give it to the library. So he arrived about, he and his wife arrived about 2 days ago, day before yesterday, visited some farms here in Michigan. All people here, not very close, but he was able to interact with that. And so today evening we will be receiving the ecologically sound agriculture hero award that Bird Family Foundation established 2 years ago. And I am honored to serve on the board of the Bird Family Foundation. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Shekhar and his wife, Mrs. Anuradha, and also his brother and his wife living in Atlanta, and they have come here to join in this celebration. So we want to welcome you. Thank you, Shekhar, for coming, and let's welcome you. There's lots of food outside. Please with it. And I want to thank our team members here, Ramji here, and Kalisa, Shiva, and Sheila, who have helped today. So please. Is that good? Is it too dark?
If you can reduce it a little bit, the light.
And just off and then you turn
Oh, I
these
see.
lights
Oh,
on. So here there are lights here.
oh,
Better?
this is technology. Thank you so much. Feel so great. I don't know if I will be able to express my feelings in the words or not, but I feel really great. I want to thank Dr. Bird and Dr. Kareem and everybody else at the university, because of whom I'm here today. And yes, we are doing some wonderful work. The work where the farmer becomes happy. Our mission is healthy soil for healthy food and healthy environment. And when that all happens, the farmer becomes happy. And I'm going to walk you through his story of last so many years through showing the pictures of what is happening. And I come from this. This is India, the state of Maharashtra, and a place. This is our farm, which is on 3 sides surrounded by River Ullas. It's a perennial river, and the name of the farm is Saguna Baug. So this picture, this is where I come from, and the story which I'm going to tell you, it is born there. And this is the most important story about today's problem the whole world is concerned about: food shortage and global warming. And this story has an answer. This could be one of the answers. Many people have various answers, but our answer is already accepted by more than 10,000 farmers over a period of last 12 years. Indian farmer, I don't know if you know, Indian farmer is a very tiny, their land holding is very small, less than a hectare on an average. They're poor farmers. They're worried all the time. The worry is their major concern, and they're not happy. I was through the conversation with Dr. Bird, Dr. Kareem, and everybody here last 2 days. I found out that the farmers all over the world are not happy. Able youth is not attracted to farming profession. That is one of the biggest concern of the world. The farmer is getting old. So where are we? How are we going to get food when the population is growing, the demands are growing? The food has to come. It has to be grown by the farmers. But the farmer, able youth, is not interested in getting into farming. This is the story I wanted to show you. This is how our farm looked like in 1976, and this is how it looks like today. Of course, that picture was taken by a camera which was available those days, 1976. This is by a drone, and I noticed we have a drone expert here, and really something very interesting, but this is a picture which is taken by drone. Then this land was degraded. Here the land is upgraded, and not only upgraded, we produce tons of grains, tons of fish, lots of liters of milk, truckloads of wood, lots of vegetables, and so on. But not only that, we also generate knowledge which is shared with the farmers. On an average, we deal with at least 1,000 farmers a month through webinars, through farmers meets, through person-to-person meeting, through sending information, and then we also have a chatbot now. Through chatbot, we meet thousands of farmers. But all that knowledge is generated here. This farm has got 5 major activities. As you can see, aquaculture, we have field crops, horticulture, agroforestry, and a small dairy. But the most importantly, we became pioneers in the country, in India, for the first time, that is for agro-tourism. Agro-tourism was born on our farm for India in 1985. It was by accident, but I will not go into details of it right now. But the most important thing which I wanted to share with you today is, if farmer has to become happy, if motherly land has to become happy, and if we have to continue to get the quantity and the quality food throughout the lifetime in the future, we have to address one important issue, and that is healthy soil. If the soil becomes healthy, all the problems of food production and even global warming are solved or taken care, and that way the situation starts becoming improving. And so healthy soil for healthy food and healthy environment. This we have found out that this technique SRT I'm going to be talking about with you today is a technique called SRT, Saguna Regenerative Technique. I will explain you. It has got various wings and various branches. So I will go approach and connect you with all those different branches slowly. So Saguna Regenerative Technique talks about healthy soil. And we found out that this change, anybody could imagine that it's a very difficult change. Some of us think that it may not be possible, this may not be true. Of course, it took me 48 years for this to happen. But if somebody would have told me that 48 years ago, that this is going to take 40 years, 48 years, I would not have waited there. I would have ran away from there. But I tell you for sure, it doesn't take 48 years. The technique of improving soil health is not difficult at all. It's not expensive, and it's not very slow also. You can see this here. This is a traditional soil. This is 3-year SRT, 6-year SRT, and you can see with your eyes that the qualitative change in the health of the soil has already taken place. After 10 years, this is wonderful. The soil is extraordinarily good. But the most important thing, it's, as I told you, healthy soil for healthy food. But there are many other advantages. These are also some of the concerns of all of us. Whether we are going to get improved biodiversity. When I went to that place in 1976, I could see hardly 10 to 12 different birds. But today we have got 120 different species of birds. This is checked. By the way, this is checked by 3 zoologists over a period of 365 days. Each week they came, they took pictures, they recorded, they collected the information, they have recorded all the information. All this information is available. 57 different types of spiders, 70 different species of butterflies, 120 different species of birds, and so many amphibians and reptiles. All this change has already taken place, along with so many other changes. the bird laying eggs in a paddy field. Those who know the rice cultivation and the paddy field, it's impossible for bird to lay eggs in the paddy because there is puddled soil. The water is standing all the time. It's not possible. But with this technique, SRT, I'm going to tell you SRT, what is SRT very soon. But SRT is promoting even the breeding of birds in the field where the food and everything for the babies is available very easily. Presence of earthworms in the paddy field was never shown. This was a dream for many scientists for over a long period of time. But this has become possible, not just our farm, but every farmer who is accepted SRT as rice for rice cultivation. This is for rice farmers. It's more than 3,000 farmers in 8 agroclimatic zones. Every farmer is saying, we have got earthworms now. So if the earthworms are there in the paddy field, the farmers, however illiterate and however poor he is or small, the farmer becomes happy. This is one of the reasons why farmer is becoming happy. So farmer is becoming happy when he sees the another picture here. You can see this is monitor lizard. Am I saying it right? Monitor lizard. It's a big lizard about that size. That monitor lizard also, this is, we found out at the time of harvesting. This picture was taken just a few days before I came here. So monitor lizard also is breeding in our paddy field. Birds are breeding, earthworms are growing, and earthworms are growing in every type of soil. All different types of soil, whether it's red, black, sandy soil, all the types of soils, earthworms are seen. And this is very important sign. And as I told you, the farmer is becoming happy. This is a typical farmer of India, especially for rice farmer, worried, poor, and tremendous drudgery. I don't know if any one of you have worked in the rice field, but when you do these operations, our feet, they get rotten with fungus disease, and it's terrible. It's very painful, but none of that is there anymore with the technique. And whether it's a youth, young girl, or elderly woman, everybody is happy and confident as soon as they accept this technique. This technique, SRT, is very simple. This is how it was born in 2011 on my farm. I was working for something like this since 1998. I mean, I was not expecting that all this was going to happen, but all I wanted to do is get rid of plowing, puddling, and transplanting because that's where the drudgery and the cost is involved. But here, what we do, SRT steps, these are the steps for Saguna regenerative technique. And here, we plow the land only once and make the permanent raised beds. This is a small tool which we developed in 2010, 2011. It's an iron frame with which we make the holes, put the seeds by hand and cover it, and then only one spray of pre-emergent selective weedicide. And rice cultivation, as per the universities and the government recommendations, we have to apply fertilizer for at least 3 to 4 times. But we apply fertilizer only once. So there is a lot of saving of fertilizer and no leaching away of the fertilizer into the water bodies. The crop is excellent. So these are some of the features of and the steps of this basic SRT technique. And what is SRT? It is a conservation and regenerative agriculture, zero-till method of farming, which does not cause atrocity of tillage, completely stops soil erosion, promotes natural production of earthworms, increases organic carbon of the soil, considerably increases productivity of the land, and added effect of amazing happiness and confidence to the farmer. Amazing happiness and confidence to the farmer. This was never shown. This is something biggest achievement of this technique, that farmer is becoming happy and confident. And if farmer becomes happy and confident, then I don't have to tell you that your food is guaranteed. whether it's a farmer from Malaysia, Thailand, China, America, or India. If the farmer is happy and confident, we don't have to worry about the food shortage of food. So with this technique, this is what is happening, and we have carried out some basic technical information. We compared the cost of production of conventional farming with SRT method. Rice, ragi that means finger millet, wheat, cowpea, mung bean, lab, groundnut, soybean, onion, cotton. Every crop, we found out that the cost of production is reduced. Certainly it is reduced in every crop, and every crop, the yield has increased. This is something amazing. It's very difficult to believe it, but this is what is happening. Yes, we are not scientists, and we're not supported by any organization to do any scientific information. I'm farmer. I came up with this technique for my own use and purpose. But when I found out that it is so useful, I started taking it to the farmers. And this is a revolution is taking place, a movement is taking place, and this is where we need to do much more research. Appropriate systematic research is needed to be carried out. So I wanted to show you that the crop stand is resilient. When the crop is resilient, from one end to other end, center, edge, wherever you see, the crop is excellent. And when you start seeing this, after say maybe 45 days or 50 days after you sow the crop, the farmer starts becoming happy. This is one of the reasons. Even before the crop is ready and the crop is harvested and taken to the farmer's home, the farmer is happy. You can see this is rice farmer. This is wheat cultivation we carried out in Chandigarh, Punjab. This is another. This is called pearl millet, bajra, pearl millet, excellent crop. And all of these crops, cotton. You can see this traditional bowl, and this is bowl by the SRT method. Traditional crop stand, and the same side by side. This is all side by side. This is how it is. Excellent, amazing results, amazing things. There is you can see this is corn, traditional corn and SRT corn. The difference is amazing. Everywhere the difference is amazing. So what we have found out, that because of all these things, not just by looking at the crop, not just by the reduction of the cost of production, not by reducing dependence on the rain, the tractor, and the labor, the dependence is reduced, but also the productivity, the crop stand, crop resilience is also great. So we are now attempting various research that is required for our own needs. I'm not saying research for publishing in the form of papers. We don't know how to do that. Maybe you can help me, taking that information worldwide. I don't know how to do that, but you can. You are expert on that. Taking that information worldwide. I don't know how to do that, but you can. You are expert on that. We don't know, but whatever we can do, we have shown it here. So this is the labor requirement in rice cultivation is a major problem. And those who in your own countries, rice cultivation, you know that rice production is getting reduced all the time, because this is the problem, labor requirement, and the labor is not available. So this, our technique and the combination of the machines, this is how for first 50 days, how much labor, traditional method, it used to be 35 labors, and this is age-old practice, hundreds of years old, this practice. Whereas SRT frame, it came 12 years ago, in 2011, we could reduce from 35 to 10 man days. And this is 10-year-old technology. We found out this is hand-push seeder made in China. And this hand-push seeder came handy. And this has reduced the labor requirement from 10 to 3. And this is a new machine which we are working on. A scientist from actually military Development Research Organization, DRDO. So this scientist who retired from there is helping us now. And with him, we have developed this battery operated machine. And this can do, just one person can do several acres. So this machine will be ready in another just 1 year's time. And so these are some of the things. In whole of agriculture, in my experience of past 48 years, this is what I found out, that there is a big hustle between myth versus facts. So many people are saying this is better, that is better, and sitting in their office, they're saying this. Unfortunately, very rarely, at least I'm talking about, I don't want to complain about it, but as a farmer, I know our country spends tons of money so that the farmer will benefit. But what has happened in past 75 years of our independent India, farmers have not benefited. They are giving up. They're giving up their profession. They're giving up their life. They're committing suicides at the time. So this is all, the reason is myth versus fact. Nobody is bringing out the facts, the scientific facts. Everybody is saying that the farmers are using too much chemicals and fertilizers. That's why the soil health is done bad. But that's not true. It's the tillage. Tillage is the biggest enemy of the land, of the environment, and of the farming business. Soil tillage is the biggest enemy of our land, of our environment, and of our farming business. So we stopped tillage, and this is the basic principle of our technique, where if we stop tillage, which is degenerative agriculture, the carbon in the tillage operation, the carbon goes up and the water vapor also is escaping. So soils are becoming dry. It is one of the major concerns of the whole country of India. The soils have become dry. Whereas if we do no-till agriculture, regenerative agriculture, the carbon is fixed, carbon sequestration is effective, and water vapor, the soil remain moist. The water vapor evaporation is reduced. So these are some of the benefits. So agriculture related environmental problems in India. These are the problems, these are the major problems, and which are about ecologically, why I'm considered as this technique is ecologically sound agriculture. So these are the problems we addressed. The soil erosion, methane emission through rice cultivation, depletion of groundwater table is also another very important ecological problem. Residue burning is, if you have heard and seen news from India, Delhi, they are burning rice straw, and so the whole Delhi is covered with smog. And then excessive use of fertilizers and chemicals. These are all problems our Indian agriculture is facing, and we have addressed this. So see, plowing, I told you, plowing and tillage and puddling. So this is going out all the time, and this is blood of our soil, motherly soil. This is the blood, and I took that water, I applied. This is a simple experiment. I applied alum, kept it for 3 days, and I decanted the clean water. Out of 500 ml of water, 200 plus 200 is 400 ml clean water, and 100 ml of silt, pure silt. So 20% loss each time we do the ploughing and puddling. So we repeated that experiment 100 times from 5 different counties, and we found out that the power tiller, the two-wheel operated power tiller, the loss was 14%. Four-wheel tractor, loss was 15%. If it's a wooden plow, which is still a practice, it's a common practice in our area. If it's a wooden plow, the soil loss is only 3%. But if it is SRT, the soil is 0%. Soil loss, absolutely no soil erosion. So this is something very good. But this is a typical picture in the rainy season. The river full of blood from our soil is getting washed away. The second problem was methane. We have already addressed it, and we have proved that SRT stops the soil erosion to 0%. Methane is another problem. So we have an organization near our farm which is called as Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC. It's a very powerful, big organization, and they have a very big agricultural research setup. So the two scientists from BARC, they brought this equipment, and in fact, something like this I'm looking for. If anyone of you know this, it's called a methane gas analyzer. So it has a probe, and you can put the probe at a place, and it can suck that gas from that area and analyze it quickly. So it's a portable machine. I'm looking for something like this. This is a wonderful machine. But with this machine and these people, these scientists, we found out this is how we did it, that we prepared chambers of acrylic sheet, which is according to the scientific requirement. And with this machine, we checked that the traditional paddy had 12,000 ppm of methane. Another field, it had 24,000 ppm methane. SRT paddy, one field had less than 1,000 ppm, and another field had only 0. So practically there was no methane in SRT field. So, but this all research has to be validated by doing proper research and development work. And this is the need of the whole world. And when the problem is there in India, we must understand that the problem is also affecting state of Michigan also, because it's all one earth, whole earth. We have to take care, and we have to make sure that the whole earth's health is taken care. This is one small experiment. I think it will Dominic, oh, okay, yeah, it's here.
Soil aggregation works with zero-till method of cultivation.
Increase the volume.
What are the effects of accumulation in soil, or whether it flows away as a surface? In the first experiment,
3 small experiments, each of about 30 seconds.
clods from 2 different soils. One clod on the left-hand side is from SRT zero-till method of cultivation, where the soil was not plowed for 6 years. And on the right side, the clod is from the cultivated soil, conventionally cultivated soil, where the soil has been plowed and puddled for 2 times a year.
So this is SRT, this is traditional.
The water with the sieve, and you can see on the left-hand side jar, the soil is not falling apart, whereas the soil is falling apart.
The soil is not falling apart, and soil is falling apart. So this is bad and this is good. This is soil. This is what we call soil aggregation. And soil aggregation is a process by microbes and earthworms.
In the second experiment, I'm going to show you what happens about the surface flow with the artificial rainfalls.
Can you
on that
hear
particular
this?
soil.
Yeah.
Now, this is the soil from tilled field, which is plowed and all that conventionally. In the second case, we are going to take soil from the zero-till SRT method of field. Now, here what you see is we have taken 2 plastic boxes, and in these 2 plastic boxes, the bottom is removed where the sieve is fitted into the bottom of that particular box. And we have put on the left-hand side, this is the zero-till soil, and on the right-hand side, it is the conventionally tilled soil. The artificial measured quantity of water is fallen in the form of rain on both the boxes, and on the left-hand side, you can see where the water is going. The water is getting absorbed into the soil, and the excess water goes at the bottom of the box.
The excess water is going into the bottom of the second box.
All the water is flowing in the form of surface flow.
Whereas the tilled soil the water is flowing in the form of surface flow and bringing along with it the soil.
In the third experiment, I'm going to show you what happens when the water in the form of rain falls on the soil, how it percolates, and whether it percolates, what quantity it percolates. Now, we have taken a plastic pipe and it is fitted into the conventional soil, conventional field, and we are pouring 2 liters of water in this particular plastic container, and we are measuring the time, how long it takes to percolate 2 liters of soil in situ, in that field. How long does it take to percolate completely? And you can see we are checking the time, and after 1 hour, so much of water is already left.
So conventional field, after 1 hour, so much of water still remained and did not percolate. Whereas this is SRT field, and the water
so pouring 2 liters of water in the same fashion, in this particular field. Now you can see this pipe is fitted, and we will pour 2 liters of water and measure the time. And let's wait and see what happens to that water and how long it takes. And within minutes, as you can see, we are putting the timer, and now you can see within 25 minutes, this is what happens to the water. All the water is gone. It's all perfect.
So the water infiltration is something very important. With SRT technique, water infiltration, water drainage improves, and this is the resultant. Now, this is an area of our state, which is Buldhana, a very low rainfall area. Last year was a very low rainfall year. Yet, this farmer says that in 55 years of his lifetime, he has never seen his well overflow. It's only because he planted his crop, 17 acres of cotton by SRT method in last 2 years. So these are some of the problems which are addressed. This is the stubble burning and the problem of emission, and the fertilizer requirement is reduced because our technique insists that each time we leave the roots of the previous crop in the soil without disturbing, and we don't move the soil. We make sure that the roots, which are formed of lignin, are fixed into the soil, which add organic carbon to the soil. And these are some of the issues which we are addressing. These are the hot issues at our place: machine improvement, varietal improvement, which are suitable for this particular technique. Analytical experiments, also we are carrying out some of the work. Farmer-centric WhatsApp this chatbot we have started. Then data collection and analysis, extension activities, farmers meets, newsletters, social media, and WhatsApp groups. So these are all the different things which we are doing. And here we are. Thank you very much. I thank again Dr. Meridia and Dr. Bird for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all. I hope that someday you come to our farm. I'm giving you invitation to please come. We have, as I told you, we have agro-tourism set up, and you will be taken good care of. And thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
We will open up for questions, please. Please. Okay, we have 2 hands raised. Russ, we'll start with you.
So for rice production, your SRT is upland rice, or do you
Is it upland rice?
Oh,
you
SRT.
flood the soil, or do you?
Yeah, SRT is good for all 3 types: lowland, upland, and middle. All kinds of rice cultivation, SRT is good.
Please. And introduce yourself.
What is your .com address again?
What is our?
.com address?
It is Saguna Foundation at NGO. I'm very bad.
He's a farmer, you can tell. Give you his address and email. Yeah. Okay, other questions?
Yes, fantastic. You've added organic materials to your soil. You're good
flow of water, keeping nutrients. How do you keep the major insects? You have a lot of birds coming. How do you keep those away from your healthy crop? And here's the big problem we have elsewhere. I won't name it, but if you've got a very good farm like yourself, you have neighbors that are not so well. How do you keep those well-published food in this farm and not end up in the neighbor's farm?
That's a wonderful question. In paddy, we have a major two insect pests. One is yellow stain borer, and second is brown plant hopper. They're so bad that they destroy the hopper. They're so bad that they destroy the crop almost 80-90%. Forget about harvesting, you just have to burn it away. And it was there on our farm also, and we had to use a lot of insecticide, very poisonous insecticide application for at least 3 to 4 times in its lifespan, 5 months. For last 8 years, since we started, we have converted all our plots into SRT. We didn't have to use insecticide to control these two pests. Last 4 years, we have forgotten that we need insecticide. And then I found out that there is a scientific work that has already happened about that if there is more organic carbon in the soil, which you mentioned, our organic carbon used to be 0.3, it is now 1.2. If there is more organic carbon, and organic carbon's chemical formula is CHO, which is same as sugar. If there is more sugar in the soil, plants absorb more sugar in their body and make themselves sweet, not so that it tastes better for us, human beings, but so that the insects run away. They don't like a sweeter plant. So this is what is happening. And this is not happening only in paddy. The lady's finger, okra. It's a very common thing where we have to spray insecticide at least once a week. But that also we don't have to spray insecticide anymore. So all other crops also, so insects run away automatically. So this is really many of the top philosophers, they have been talking that, in fact, this morning I had a great interaction on all similar points. And I'm so glad Dr. Bird is there to see. But these are all things that have been referred by many philosophers that nature, if we are eco-friendly agriculture, ecologically sound. If the situation becomes ecologically sound, all other problems fall apart, and everything starts falling in place for the farmer. So no insect, no problem. This is what is happening. This is even in the case of cotton. The pink bollworm of cotton was rampant in Maharashtra, in our state. But everybody who has accepted SRT, not only their production of cotton has increased from 6 quintals to 12 quintals and 15 quintals per acre, the pink bollworm problem also is gone.
Other questions? I have a question. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah.
So where do you get your seeds from for to grow
The rice.
the rice and the cotton and all the varieties?
Yeah, we don't grow cotton, but there is other counties that they grow cotton. But for major seeds, for example, rice, pulses, millets, and some of the vegetables, we keep our own seeds, and our seed requirement has gone down. For example, traditional rice cultivation, our farmers used to use 30 to 40 kilo seed per acre. Now we need only 7 to 8 kilo seed. Now, if it is only requirement is 7 to 8 kilo, less than 10 kilo, we can hand pick each one of the panicle and save the best seed of our own variety. And this way, our production is almost as good as the hybrid varieties. So the farmer is able to keep his own seed because he has got confidence, he's happy, he's got a lot of time.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. This has been really nice work you have been doing. So one question I have is, since you have been working in this area for so long, I think many of the people who have been, you also mentioned that farmers are they're appreciating and they're this technology. So have there any communication or collaboration with the government agencies? Because since their effort, the collaboration will also be scale up the technology.
Yeah, that's,
How do you scale this up?
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that, we are not getting as much support. In fact, see, the government system is like this, that unless a technique is validated by university, it is not accepted by government or any other organization to support it in any way. It will not come in the policy. And their procedure is some 7 years or long procedure. What we are telling them that please come, let's be friends, join hands, and whatever work and whatever data we have for past 12, 13 years, here it is, take it and analyze it, but they don't want to do that somehow. So it's been hanging around like that only, and we have not stopped. As long as there are farmers who are ready to take it and they are becoming happy, we are also happy.
You're getting more interest now by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra recently visited. See that, so there is some support and interest, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
well,
is the government getting interested in it now or no?
everybody's not like that. Yeah, he's right. He caught me right. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, the top cat of our state, came to our farm. He showed interest. He's been talking. He's been loud about it. But the bureaucracy is not ready to take it because they say it's not validated by university. But I hope they. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. There's about 4 hands raised. Maybe we'll start with you.
Yeah, so I'm Wei Zhang. I'm a soil person, the interim chair for this department. Really enjoy your talk, so thanks so much for visiting us. I actually have this lecture within our building. It's great. And so I have a question. I saw the picture of your farm. It's beautiful. Here's that you have abundant of water. You see the rivers kind of surrounding the farmland, and so have you had like have you thought about whether this technique of farming can be used in some places that don't have much water? Yeah, pretty water stressed.
I don't know how to quickly go back to that cotton farmer. You saw the cotton farmer, that the traditional was that much and SRT was so much. His every leaf, even after harvesting, this is today's situation, that even after harvesting, they have already finished their two picking of cotton. The cotton leaves are still out there. Yeah, can you? Yeah. So this is a rain-fed condition, and rain-fed means how much they get very little rain. Every time with the SRT technique, so three things are happening: water holding capacity is increasing, water drainage capacity is increasing, and water exchange capacity. This is why the difference is there. They are side by side. Both of them, they have got very little water. And I also showed you another example of the well overflowing. That is also from a very low rainfall area. So whether it is high rainfall area or whether it is low rainfall area, because of climate change, there is sometimes excessive rain in the cotton belt and soybean belt, and the soybean is completely wiped out. Cotton is completely wiped out. But if it is SRT farmer, his yield is again at a higher level. So water holding capacity and water problems are also solved in either way because of this situation.
Okay, let's see. There were 3 questions in the back. Please go ahead.
Hi, great talk, and great work. I'm Zahid Chowdhury from Bangladesh, and I'm a PhD student. My question is, you showed you use 1 split of fertilizer in rice cultivation. Traditionally, we use 3 splits, and you use 1 split. So does this decrease the doses 1/3, or you are increasing the dose in the because we use a lot of urea in that?
Wonderful. Yeah. So this, of course, there is a difference in method also. 3 times or 4 times is the broadcasting of fertilizer, where 50%, 60% is washed away. Ours is a tablet. It's a briquette, and we push it into the soil. That is what. So there is no wastage, washing away of fertilizer. That's what. The fertilizer dose, initially we recommend to our SRT new farmers to reduce it by 50%. But after about 7 to 8 years, we have got several farmers now that they say that their soil doesn't demand, their crop doesn't demand any more fertilizer. So we have become zero fertilizer now after 7 to 8 years. That's happened.
Let's see. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, I have a little advantage over most of you because yesterday Shekar and I traveled throughout Michigan taking farm visits. And we visited 3 farms. I would like you to add to your seminar a couple of comments. One, because you don't have snow where you live. How many growing cycles or crops do you raise in 1 year? And 2, rice is your primary crop, but you also never plant it back to back. Okay, so what is your sequence of rotation? And my third one or final comment, on each farm that we visited, when we left, you said that they were happy farmers and it appeared to be a successful business. And I believe that you need to tell this group a little bit more about the tourism aspect.
Okay. If we can show some pictures which. Okay, again.
How many crops per year?
Huh? Okay. How many? Yeah.
We rose 1.
Right. Okay. So it is. We can take 3 crops easily, one after another, if we have a small quantity of irrigation available. But with the system, our irrigation facility, irrigation stock of water in the wells or subsoil water improves. So after 3 to 4 years, a farmer who is taking only 1 crop earlier, he starts taking 2 crops. The farmer which is already taking 2 crops, he starts taking 3 crops in a matter of 2 to 3 years. So this is already happening. But we have very small farmers, tiny farmers, and they are really managing every square inch and every half a day they are managing in the field. So they can take 4 crops. So what we are also recommending to the farmers that one of the crops they should take as a carbon crop of carbon. What is that carbon crop? Is we throw whatever seeds that are available mixed, and we also allow the weeds to grow. And that we take only when we have a time of 15 to say 25 days or 30 days. So we allow everything to grow, and just before the next crop, the kharif crop or the rainy season or the main crop, we spray that with glyphosate and we sow the seed to the final crop. So we take 1 crop of carbon and improve the soil health. So that's your first question. Second question.
Do you have a sequence of crop rotation?
Yeah, crop rotation. Yes, we are strongly, one of the main principles of our SRT technique to the farmers is don't take same crop over and again. Crop rotation is must. So we recommend rice, pulses, and mung bean. So this is a rotation which is easy for them. They don't have to worry about selling the produce quickly, going into the market and all that. They can harvest and store it. But we found out that the best rotation to improve the soil health over a study of about 3 years, we found out that rice, corn, and mung bean is the best rotation to improve the percent organic carbon of the soil.
The third one, you as a happy farmer businessman in relation to tourism.
Oh, yes. Right. Okay. So you are, can you change with this?
I think it's no because it's a picture.
Okay, can you come and help? All right. So this is part of our, yeah. So one of the most important thing I've been telling you that the farmer has to be happy, and farmer is monotonously working hard in some corner of the situation where he's completely lost the contact with the rest of the society. The best way to do that, we found out by accident that if the city folks who need food, if they go to the farmer and appreciate his work, appreciate the things on his farm, then it's a dignity. And if there is dignity, the farmer gets the dignity of the recognition. The farmer and the farming family becomes happy and confident. So to get that, agro-tourism is the correct activity, the nicest activity to have. I have defined agro-tourism as an activity organized by farmer himself on his active farm, where leisure learning and fun is combined together. And these are some of the pictures of our son who was studying in Switzerland. He has come back in 2006. Agro-tourism was born in 1985. 2006, he has come back and he has given a really nice look to the agro-tourism setup. Here are some of the pictures. We have weddings, destination weddings on our farm. This is something people are this way. Top-notch people from film industry, from business industry, they all come and meet us and they appreciate. So this is the ultimate next. Yeah, okay. This is what we call as pond house. Integration of aquaculture with tourism. The fish are growing in the water, but fish income is much more as compared to rice. But tourism income is fish and rice and everything putting together few times more from the tourism. So this way we get multiple plus. They all come and they buy all our produce and take it home. So this is pond house. Pond house is integration of aquaculture with tourism. Yeah.
There are a lot, but
Yeah, this is how insides of the tourism look like. You can just go back and there are some pictures that are open already. We just show them. Yeah, we have different kinds of rides. Camel ride, bullock cart ride, this ride, that ride. But we have got a very unique ride. We call it WB ride. I hope you have a WB ride, a unique ride in the whole world. And we can give it to you when you come there. Anybody wants to guess what is WB ride?
Water buffalo.
It's water buffalo ride. So we put the buffalo in the water and we make you sit on the buffalo. So yeah, every Indian who is here, they have had that ride as a childhood, right? So water buffalo ride is a very popular ride on our farm. We call it very unique ride in the whole world. Yeah, these are all seen. Yeah, okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's take.
So Shekhar, I have a question. One.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Following up a little bit of what we experience in other countries when you have fantastic farmers like you. Now you're bringing a lot of people, so I'll use myself as an example. I'm a very poor person from the city. I bring my children and we have a great time. But then I send my children over to pick some of your corn and some of your crop. How do you keep that neighborhood friendly all the way across? You're having these gifts, but in some countries, you lose the whole field in 1 or 2 days with people picking.
Yeah, I have written a little book on this subject, and that book highlights this issue because in case of rice or groundnut or onion, this is not a big problem. But in case of mango, it can be a big problem because there are few and people are careless. They just throw stones, like stick or something. 1 or 2 they get good, but rest of them they get destroyed. They destroy much more. The losses are bigger. But this is what I mentioned, that if farmer, this has changed my life. If farmers get happiness, if you come to my farm, then that is much more valuable than those 1 dozen mango. The losses are there, yes. Certainly there are some losses. But the losses are not so much that it is a complete stop for the farmer.
Shekhar, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So we are here, we are a university, we are in education, right? We want to train students, the next generation of leaders. I'm just curious, is your farm connected with schools and university students? And just curious.
Yes, many school children now they bring to farm operation to show through agro-tourism, so that the children of school and high school and all that, they are exposed to food production activity. Agricultural college students, they used to send to our farm for what is called as RAWE, Rural Work Experience Program. They have 6 months program, compulsory program. But last 10 years, they stopped sending them because some of the students complained that if we go to that farm, we have to work there. So they stopped sending it to our farm. So I said, okay, well, what can I do? So this is unfortunate situation in our country. I shouldn't have said this, but
This is reality.
but since you asked me,
Greg,
Bird with the vegetable council here in the state. So you talked about the bad insects and how it worked well with them, but what about bad diseases and bad weeds? Has that improved? SRT improved on those and how? You did a good job explaining the sugars.
yeah, the weeds, when the soil health improves, it's not only our crops that they love that healthy soil. The weeds also like that healthy soil. They also are more robust. But we have a protocol of appropriate weedicides at appropriate time. Precision agriculture. This is precision agriculture. If we use it precisely with right doses, at the right time, the right method, it works well. So that takes care of the weeds. Then when the soil is healthy, as I told you, because of the sugar, the insects run away. Somehow, most of the diseases of our crops, and we have various crops, like as I told you, throughout our state of Maharashtra, which is I would say 1,500 kilometers or 2,000 kilometers by 2,000 kilometers, 8 agroclimatic zones in 25 different crops. The problems are solved, many of the problems, and the most important cost of production is reduced by half. The drudgery, the dependence on the labor and so on, this is all reduced. Similarly, our diseases and the pests also have reduced. We don't know exactly what could be the reason, which have gone, which are still there. But someday we will get some help, and you all will come and to the help of the farmer. And this moment, this is needed. And ours is, yes, this is not a very pure science, but this is a science-based technique, technology, as Dr. Bird told me this morning, confirmed, science-based technology. If this is validated with proper explanation, which to answer this question, I think we can do much better for the world.
so, okay, I think we got 2 minutes left, and then he'll be here for a little bit of time. So maybe one more question.
I was wondering, you showed the diversity of elements that you have. I wonder if there's some sort of biological control going on that you have to look into. Is that a possibility for controlling the diseases?
Well, biological control. Well, we have.
Maybe a natural.
Yeah, natural is what I'm.
Yeah. It must be happening something again. I don't have the right explanation. Maybe the birds. Yes, there is so much of improvement in the butterflies. There is lots of number of butterflies, but whether those butterflies are creating problem in the field, no. Field problems are gone, but the butterflies are in field. So maybe they are good butterflies and bad butterflies are gone. And similarly, the spiders, the birds. Of course, we do install the places for birds to stand in the middle of the field. We keep we call it birds, means for birds to go and perch on. You can go and sit and look at the insect, go die. Yes, the number of birds, the colonies, they have increased immensely. And if you have heard the name Gabe Brown, the book called Dirt to Soil, he's from here, your neighbor, someplace. So this Gabe Brown says that if the soil health improves, and if you don't have to go take the soil sample or to the laboratory, if you can feel the soil, smell the soil, if you can hear a lot of birds, you can say that you are ecologically sound. And this is there in on our farm. I do travel a lot, and whenever I go to these various agricultural institutions or scientific institutions, and I get up in the morning, I suddenly see it, notice it, and no birds there. Whereas in our farm, we get up because of the birds. And if that happens, according to Gabe Brown, it's something is playing the role.
Very good. Oh, go ahead. Please.
I'm nervous about using the biochar.
Biochar. Have you thought of how
Biochar, yeah. Yeah, please.
Or something like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, what we are trying to do is farmers' requirement should be reduced. We don't have to depend, like farmers have, this is what is happening already, that if you want higher yield, you take this chemical. If you want better luster on the fruit, you use this organic acid. This is what that acid. This is some kind of humic acid. Yeah, humic acid and all that. So we don't have to do all that. If everything starts falling in place, farmer doesn't have to bring anything. Biochar we try. Some of the people do dump things on us now. Some companies say, no, try this our biochar. So we take a field, on the diagonally, we apply their biochar and no apply biochar. But there is no difference. We call them and we show them that, see, this is so don't come to us because we will ruin your business. So they don't have, similarly, they bring some kind of organic compounds, that spray, but nothing is needed. If nature is helping you, and nature is microorganisms, we have done studies on increase in microbial count. It used to be 10 raised to 9, it is now 10 raised to 18 or 10 raised to 20. So it's huge increase in the microbial count. And apparently they're all good microbes. There are no bad microbes are not there. But I think in the whole system, one of the crux must be the presence of oxygen in the rhizosphere. If there is ample of oxygen in the rhizosphere, because of decaying roots, they form the capillaries, and earthworm activity, they go up and down several times. So if the soil is aerobic, everything is happy and win-win situation.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a big hand to college and the international programs. We have small token of appreciation. There is no rice here, yeah. Michigan honey.
Oh, wow.
Michigan is known for its honey. Michigan cherries, dried cherries. There's some chocolates here.
Michigan chocolate.
Yeah. So, and Shekhar told me that when he finished his master's degree at the University of California, Davis, he wanted to come to Michigan State to get his PhD.
That's correct.
But then this letter from his father back to India.
Yes.
But he said after 48 years, he's come to Michigan State. And he's inviting all of you. If you want to do some research, visit the farm, learn. By the way, he has shared a copy of his book. It says Saguna Regenerative Technique and Agro-tourism. Got few copies here. I'll give one copy to Way here for the department. Give it to the library. This is available also online, I'm sure, free.
Yes.
PDF format. So, but he's really inviting to do students, to faculty, if you want to compare.
If any kind of work we can do together, any, I mean, just we publish regular newsletters. And we would like to, if you can just read it and say, oh, good one, that also is a big contribution.
Still not too late for a PhD.
Yeah. He's head of the department. So
It only takes 6 years.
yes. So
Okay.
come back here, yeah? So,
You heard of Professor Ratan Lal?
in Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
head soil man.
Yeah, we work with each other.
Oh, yeah? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, when I gave him the presentation, he said, Shekhar, your work is good enough to you getting a PhD and DSc. So, when he says that and you say that.
So maybe on your next trip, we invite you there, yeah? So thank you very much, yeah, thank you, and so especially here, and please feel free to interact. By the way, at 4 o'clock, as a part of this ecologically sound agriculture day, there is a seminar by George Smith, the director of Ag Bio Research. It's at 4 o'clock in Wells Hall today, this afternoon. So please join there, and then evening, Shekhar will be receiving the Hero Award, yeah? Thank you very much. And we appreciate it. And by the way, there's more food out there, so if you didn't eat enough, yeah, please grab more or take it with you. And if you didn't find any paper, please sign up.
Made it very clear. Actually, from my experience, I tried two tests. The first one is I tried accountant, one of 400. One doesn't work.
Yeah,
The 400.
Yeah, no, that. Yeah.
This is a situation.
So did you convert everything
You can
into?
look. Yeah. This is still going live.
Yeah, so please talk.
Yeah, that's why 40 different seminars. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone. It's a small time, and I have good time. And using a lot of food. Certain ones, we have best oxygen, best water, best nutrients.